is the Rowzer by Taurus. These revolutionary and reliable machines are giving chefs a new tool to make exciting dishes at the touch of a button. And with one of these, you can too. So what is it? Well, the Rowzer is a micro pureeing processor. It is basically a machine which injects air under pressure whilst the blade shaves layer by layer to create the creamiest, smoothest ice creams and sorbets from a solid block of ice, and it will do it in minutes. The Rowzer will give you consistent, reliable results time after time. Sweet or savoury, parfaits, ice creams, soups, pralines or sauces. Foods are emulsified into a puree. Containers of the frozen food can be made in advance, freeing up your chefs in the kitchen during busy service periods. But the Rowzer will do the work for you. It will provide you with portion-controlled fresh food, and you're going to get top quality product with a minimum of effort. No waste, no fuss. You can make a sorbet in minutes. You'll be able to create the freshest possible portions when you want it and at the point of need. You will improve your portion control and wastage. The blade will adjust automatically to requirements without disturbing the rest of the frozen products in the container. You can become even more creative with your menu and try new textures and flavours that have not been possible with traditional methods. And it's really easy to use by following a few simple steps. Firstly, place the food into the container. Here I'm adding a fresh fruit that I want to turn into a tasty sorbet. You'll notice that I'm not finely chopping the food, instead I'm going to let the Rowzer do the work for me. Now, add a liquid. Here I'm adding a syrup to complement the fruit. Thirdly, freeze the container. Either by using a blast chiller or by following your HACCP steps and placing the chilled container directly into your freezer. All this can be prepped in quiet periods in your kitchen. Finally, process the food. First, I'm going to place a jar lid into the Rowzer, followed by the blade. This is magnetic, which means it will simply clip into place. Next, I place the container into the jar and lock it into the machine. Now I simply select the number of portions that I want and press the start button. It will beep when it's ready. Now remove the jar and I have freshly made sorbet. The rest of the mixture can be returned to the freezer, ready to come out as and when it's required. That will ensure speed, convenience and flexibility. So why are chefs raving about this machine? Well, because you're holding unprocessed creme anglaise and frozen syrups, this means it doesn't matter if ice crystals form, so you can hold them for longer than pre-made sorbets. You can also store them at lower temperatures, so there's no need for a separate dedicated freezer just for ice creams. That will maximise your frozen storage space. You don't need to have an ice cream machine churning away hour after hour. The Rowzer makes portion control ice creams when the customer demands, and it will do it in minutes. The Rowzer has a couple of additional functions that you won't find on similar machines. It has a double processing function. A second pass of the blade through the frozen product will give you optimum textures and ice creams that are very cold or have high water content. It has a removable base plate. This allows you to easily remove the jar if you want to cancel the processing and return the spindle to its original position. It also has a cleaning function. By pressing this button, the centre spindle is lowered, giving you easy access for cleaning. So how will you use your Rowzer? Appetizers, concentrates, terrines or frozen desserts? Whatever the flavour or texture that you need, whatever the application, the Rowzer will revolutionise your menu and unleash your creativity.